It's something we get asked about all the time, like which apps do I need and which apps will help me increase my revenue? There are literally thousands of apps in the Shopify App Store. So figuring out which ones are right for your store can be a real head wreck. Hey boutique owners, I'm Angela, CEO of Hot Mess, and today I'm talking to you about apps. I'm going to be sharing which ones I use on the regular, which ones I love and can't live without for my own store, and which ones I recommend to my clients. It's something we get asked about all the time, like which apps do I need and which apps will help me increase my revenue? So this video is particularly juicy, whether you're a beginner or you've been in e-commerce for years. But before we dive in, I need to clear up a few common misconceptions and misunderstandings about apps that trip up boutique owners all the damn time. So make sure you stay tuned for that. P.S. Like what I'm putting down, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a beat. Let's dig right into our favorite apps, Shopify apps for boutique owners. So the first question you always want to ask yourself when you're thinking about a certain app in particular, or just apps in general, because like I've heard that question a lot, like what are the apps that I need? Well, first of all, and sorry, not sorry, I will literally shout this from the rooftops, say it in every YouTube video that we make. There is never, not any such thing as a magic bullet. So when you're thinking about apps, keep that in mind so that you can focus on what's really going to be impactful for your business, rather than having the shiny gold object syndrome. So first of all, you may not need any apps right now. You may have enough going on. Because you're limited on your resources in terms of time, energy, right? So just make sure that this is what makes sense for your business right now. That said, we do have some favorites that we're going to go over, but when you're thinking about any app in particular, or just the adventure into apps, because trust me, once you open the app store, it can be a rabbit hole. But think about, do you really need this app? Does it actually fit in with your current marketing strategies? Is it from a reputable developer? So are there reviews? How many? What are the stars? What are the actual reviews saying? Is the cost justifiable? How much is this going to be per month? There's obviously a lot of free apps, but there's a lot that cost quite a bit too. And it's kind of like some apps, in order to really maximize the use, like you're going to need the paid version. Does that fit into your budget? And does it make sense in terms of you getting a return on that investment, basically, right? So consider the purpose of the app that you're thinking of. Is it going to increase your revenue in some way? Is it going to increase your conversion rate, increase your average cart total, these sorts of things? And or is it going to save you time? Maybe it's nothing to do with the sales, but it'll save you time, and I'll give you some examples too. But just consider your priorities, and also make sure that if you're going to dive into an app, that you're really making the most of that app. One way is to incorporate it into your marketing strategy. So what I mean by this is, I think it's really easy to think like, oh, I need a loyalty program. Is a loyalty program an awesome tool? Absolutely, but that's just it. It's a tool. It's a marketing tool that you need to actually incorporate back into your marketing strategy. Because I don't know why I feel like I keep wanting to look into the corner of my screen instead of look at you guys today. Very weird. Okay, so with that loyalty program, if you just add it to your site and you don't actually promote it in any way, some people may use it, absolutely, but you're going to get a lot more out of that app, which is going to likely be a paid app, depending on there's not very many free loyalty apps anymore these days, or even if there is, the functionality of them is pretty low, so most people end up with a paid app. So anyway, just in terms of are you promoting that you have a loyalty program? Are you encouraging your clients, customers, to use it? Are you implementing other ways? Like we had a client that I'll go over the specific ones in a minute, but they actually are very heavy into their loyalty program and their reviews. And so they had the more advanced version of, both of these looks for reviews and a loyalty line for their loyalty program. So we had built them out a lovely page all about their loyalty program and integrated their reviews integrated their reviews so that when someone leaves a review, they actually earn loyalty points too. And so it's just something to think about, like how those apps are actually going to fit into the bigger picture of how you're, marketing, so that you can make the most of them, and also how those apps maybe integrate with each other when applicable, right? So, that was the example I was just showing you. And then of course we're very into Sezzle here. I mean, there's a lot of different payment plan options. I do absolutely these days recommend offering one. And that's the one that we use on both of our websites, but also shipping protection. Route is pretty neat, where your customers have the option for 99 cents, to add shipping protection basically. So that if something goes wrong, with your order, you can, your client can file a claim, and you don't have to worry about, all of the things that can go wrong. And once a item leaves your warehouse. So, and by warehouse, sometimes I mean like basement. Okay, so another cool thing to try out is apps that really gamify your website experience, because these days, it's not enough to have an amazing website, amazing products, amazing customer service, amazing branding to stand out. You really need to drill in on like what is going to help your customers like buy today, right? So one thing we like is the sales countdown timer bar. There's a bunch of cool things that you can do with this. This is the paid version so that I can customize it further with our little sprinkles that are just like part of our branding. We got them down here too. But anyway, what's cool about this app is you can actually set it to where this only shows when someone first hits the site, or when they do a really good wipeout of all of their cookies and stuff, but I digress. So this is cool because, someone hitting your site doesn't know that this is, only showing for them. And then the next time they hit the site, well, after this countdown is done, they won't see this again. So that's kind of cool. Also this little sales pop guy, and I have to admit I avoided this sales pop guy for a really long time because it wasn't necessarily my jam. Again, to get to where I could customize it with my branding the way that I wanted to, I did have to opt for the paid version of that app. But again, these things just can help, to get your customer to purchase now. Now, obviously you don't always want to sell things at a discount, but if you can get them to make their first purchase, that can go a long way. And then if you wow them with your emails, which actually is another thing. Yeah. Orderly emails. So orderly emails is just really a way to customize all of those transactional Shopify emails that are otherwise normally pretty boring. So if you can make the rest, their entire experience, right, from checking out, even beyond, before checking out, but from checking out to, their very last, your order is out for delivery, email, then you have a higher chance of them coming back eventually, right? So email integrations, make sure that whatever email marketing platform you're using is integrated with your Shopify so that as you're collecting emails, they're, being put on your email list. And, there's other automations that you can do that are pretty cool in terms of, if they haven't shopped in quite a while, if you have Klaviyo, there's a lot of even more advanced ones. Like you can literally send someone based, like say that you have smalls only left in a certain top, you can literally market to those that have purchased smalls in the past. So this is all dependent on you actually integrating your email platform with Shopify. So, and then form builder, this is just kind of cool. There's a lot of things you can do here. This is an example of saving time. So on my return page, I have a, a basic return form. But this isn't just to make things easier for the client or the customer. It's also to make it easier for me. Like if they fill this out, I'm actually going to have everything I need in order to say, yes, they're agreeing to my terms. I know what's wrong with the item or whatever the case is. And I know what order it is. I can send them the mailing label, like easy peasy, right? You can even, so this app is called Form Builder, and if you do the paid version, you can actually have an upload option, like a file upload. So you could even request, if they mark that it's defective, you could actually request a photo of that item right on the form. So again, think about the pain points that you're having in your business and where you might be able to do some things on your website so that, for example, if returns are a huge customer service issue, once you make a page like this, you literally save this link, right? And anytime someone asks for a return or asks about a return, you direct them to this page and they don't have to bug you about anything else. Everything is here. Your policy is here. What they have to do to submit for a return is right here. There's no back and forth. And you can even, write a little blurb so that literally nobody is ever having to go back and, I heard somewhere you never want to write an email more than once. So like if it's something that's going to be common, save it as a common response, right? And if it's something that like this, where a form is going to really help you out, go for it. Okay, so as far as the customer service on your website, something that's kind of fun is adding your Instagram feed to the bottom of your site, which you these days need an app to do. Let's see if this... Oh, we didn't actually... Oh, this is actually really common. I'll have to remind this client about it. But basically, even with the app InstaFeed, occasionally it will disconnect, whether it's because you changed your password recently. So all you have to do is go back into the app and just hit reconnect and log back into your Instagram, and it'll fix your feed right up. But that is a really common one. And again, that one it could be social proof. Well, it is social proof in general, but also if you're posting customers, like sharing their items, that's another way to kind of add that, just that trust indicator, basically. Another cool app is called Lucky Orange. It's actually, you're basically able to watch visitors go to your site and the actions that they're taking. And this can help you make better decisions about tweaks that you can make to optimize your website, right? Like where are people dropping off? What's going on there? Where are people clicking that's not really a button, that they're clearly getting confused? What pages, are they never actually scrolling down on, so they're bouncing? These are all things to think about. Some other cool productivity and management apps that we like, the Shopify Theme Updater app. So this is cool whether you're scheduling like a weekly refresh of your homepage with new graphics of your new arrivals, or you have like a sale coming up, you can literally make a copy of your theme and then schedule it to go live at a particular time. And then it'll also revert back to your past theme if you want it to, or you can just set those to be the same. So then it doesn't actually revert back to anything. It reverts back to the same theme anyway. Hopefully you're following me there. Newer is one that we're loving lately. This actually, we finally found the app that allows you to automate your new arrivals. So you set it to, say it's 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, whatever the number of days that you want to set it to. In that collection, any new item you upload will automatically be in there. But then after that amount of days that you set, they'll drop off. So it's finally a way to truly automate having a new arrivals section. And then smart tags, this will help you automatically tag products, orders, and customers. This is useful for a variety of reasons. One example is if you're trying to do like a true size filter, because I know we explained how to do a drop down, like a shop by size drop down, but that's a little different, right? Because you're hitting small and that's showing you all the items that you have in stock in small. But if you're doing a filter, then when you're on tops and you click small, you're only going to see small tops. But it's a little trickier. So with smart tags, one of the rules that you can create is that, it automatically tags like all of the variants back onto the product. And then when those variants are sold out, it actually removes them. So you can do this for colors, sizes, and there are a ton of other things that you can do with smart tags that are super useful. So these are all just things to check out. Anyway, I could literally go on all day, but here are some of our favorites. So that's kind of the long and short of it when it comes to our favorite apps. There's probably, definitely tons more out there, but these are the ones that we love and recommend because you just get so much bang for your buck, right? I think people think that apps, among many other things, are going to be the magic bullet, but actually there's no magic bullet. When you're thinking about what apps you need, you have to be super strict with yourself and relate it back to your goal, your current marketing strategies and goals, right? Is it going to increase traffic to your site, increase your conversion rate, increase your average cart total, or is it going to make your life easier in some other way and so you save time that you can use for other things? If you can't answer these questions, it's probably a sign that this app is just not for you and that you're possibly going through shiny object syndrome, which is really common, don't worry. The bottom line is that there's no one app that will magically make your store successful. It takes effort, and I know we all know that, but there's no shortcuts, but saying that, we do think these apps can definitely help. As ever, if there's anything we can ever help with, reach out and ask. Let me know in the comments if you have a question or an app you love, and I'll catch you next time. Need more? Check out the blog at hotmessblog.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. Cheers!